that seems to bother a lot of people is that they have learned English for years, but still they find themselves struggling with speaking English. Probably a lot of guys have a great command of reading English, but when it comes to spoken English, they have no idea how to express themselves in English. So what seems to be the problem? Problems vary, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through what I would do if I learn English from the ground up. Let's figure it all out. Rule number one, never ever memorize vocabulary unless you are a student who's going to participate in an exam in 1 month or 2 months. If you're going to learn English, especially spoken English in the long haul, never ever memorize vocabulary because it's not going to help you that much. Alright, so I'm going to give you an example to show why it's not working for all of us. And I've been giving this example to my students a lot of times in my class. So basically, please tell me how to say 满足需求 in English. And the answer that I get from my students is, satisfy their needs. Actually, it's much closer, but it's not right. And the right version of 满足需求 is meet their needs. And all of them know the word meet, but none of them know how to say 满足需求 in English. So what seems to be the problem? Because they memorize words individually, right? They have no idea how to use words. They have no idea how to use lexical chunks to improve their fluency and accuracy in English. So that's why I don't suggest to memorize words in order to improve your fluency. Yeah, vocabulary help your English for sure, but it's not going to help you that much in your spoken English. Rule number two, practice your spoken English using lexical chunks and sentence structures instead of words alone. And recently, a lot of people ask me questions about how to find them. I mean, we live in the age of information where you can find anything. You can find all of those things by reading books in English, watching movies in English, or even listening to music in English, right? So it's just as simple as that. The most important thing is patience because it's going to take you much time finding them. But if you don't think it's worth the hassle, definitely can rely on AI, which is a powerful tool. And in AI, if you type in right prompts, basically it can generate anything you want, right? Especially when it comes to spoken English materials. And you can use some of the materials to help you improve your spoken English. You can divide English into different topics like hobbies, fitness, foods, cuisines, exercise, and all of that stuff. And you can practice each topic one by one, and then gradually you can improve your spoken English skills as well. But the most important thing is you have to speak as much as you want because it is estimated that you need to speak at least 500 hours to 600 hours to be able to achieve high level, which means if you put into like 1 hour a day, if you practice 1 hour a day, it's going to take you a year and a half to be able to achieve that high level where you are able to speak English and talk with foreigners without any problems, right? Next point, don't rely way too much on listening and reading. Basically, if you learn language, you have heard comprehensible input for sure. Is that if you invest in a huge amount of time in reading and listening for long enough, speaking ability will naturally emerge, right? Actually, I was a firm believer of that, and there was a time when I was only listening and reading English. I didn't practice my spoken English for even 1 second. And over time, I just found myself have a great progress in terms of listening and reading. But when it comes to speaking, I actually feel the same. I feel I have no idea how to express myself in English. And at that time, it wasn't until that time that I realized spoken English is a skill that can be practiced and learned. And if you don't invest your time in speaking, you're never ever gonna make progress, right? So basically, from my perspective, I think if you want to be able to speak English, you need to speak as much as you can. Even today, when you feel demotivated, you need to speak English for like 5 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. But anyway, you need to speak English, right? That's like the only thing to get better in terms of spoken English. So guys, speak as much as you can, and gradually you can see your progress. So this is my personal experience related to spoken English. Probably there's something you can't agree with, right? That's fine. That's totally acceptable. You can do whatever you feel right. But I just hope you guys don't make the same mistakes as I made before, right? And I hope you guys can make such a great progress along the way. I hope you guys can, speak English fluently one day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.